Alright, so here we have the Infraction. Alright, I swapped out the radio system from the original Spektrum. Both of those radios are Spektrum, by the way. And I don't plan on using them on anything, to be honest. They're probably just going to sit there. I don't use Spektrum systems. Too many problems. I digress. I have RadioLink radio system instead going to it. And the beauty with this is, just like a regular Spektrum, I still have everything that the original Spektrum system had. I'm able to keep everything. For example, the sensitivity for the gyro, also a knob. All of this is customizable. And the gyro setup. Turn sensitivity all the way down. Obviously, gyro is off. Still keep my e-brake. Now with the e-brake, you can either program it. It's still set to channel 3. You can either program it to switch D or switch A. Both of these guys are actually just momentary switches. I have it to switch D, easier to grab. And like I said, it's still a momentary switch without an issue. No problem. One of my favorite things that this radio added was a FailSafe, which Spektrum didn't have. So basically, we can run the car, shut off the radio, loses connection, car completely stops, the throttle stops, and the e-brake turns on. Turn the radio back on. E-brake releases. So let's run it again. We'll run the car slowly. Car's running. Perfectly stops the car. It's not gonna be going anywhere. That fail-safe is one of my favorite things when it comes to the RadioLink. This is a 6-channel. I know Spektrum also had the 6-channel receiver, but this remote is actually also a 6-channel. Channels right here. This guy right here. I have nothing hooked up to them yet. And it also has live telemetry. I don't have it hooked up, but again, if I hook this guy up, I actually get the voltage of the batteries, get the RPMs of the motor, everything. And this radio system was under $100. I'm sorry, I think I paid like $75 for it. I'm usually a pretty big user of FlySky, but unfortunately the FlySky GT5, which I wanted, did not have a momentary switch, at least not that I could find. And well, honestly, I'm okay with the RadioLink. It's really not that bad. And this system also holds 10 models, 10 cars. I currently have it set to the Infraction. Also have a Torment, and then you have, like I said, a total of 10 cars that you can store on the radio. The GT5 you can store 20, which is what I like. And every receiver for this radio runs between $15 to $25. It all depends whether or not you want telemetry. The one I have on my Infraction, I'm sorry, not the Infraction, the one that I have on my Torment is just your basic one for around $15, which also includes gyro built in. The one on the Infraction has the gyro built in and also has telemetry built in once you hook up the battery and you hook up all the wiring to it, which I really didn't feel like doing, but all the wiring is included with that servo. I'm sorry, not the servo, with that receiver. Honestly, this is one of my favorite ones that I've used. I gotta say, it definitely won me over FlySky, and I think I'm gonna be keeping RadioLink systems for a bit now. I do have a couple other cars. The Infraction is I mean, for lack of a better term, my flagship car. But I do have nitros and I do have more electrics, which I'll be swapping out all the old FlySky receivers to, well, that. So yeah, overall it's not a bad radio system. With Spektrum, unfortunately, I've had a lot of stuff go wrong with it. I've lost connections to it. The range is horrible. The range with this thing easily gets to the point where you can barely see the vehicle. I've had it up to a block away. 2 blocks almost, actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, about 2 blocks away. And I mean, overall, I am not disappointed with the way that the RadioLink system is. And, well, yeah, the Spektrum system is going to sit up there along with the old. This radio is actually for an old low C aftershock nitro. Same thing, swap that guy out.